Yes, Bitcoin is going to end all wars for the future. How do you say? We're going to talk about how in today's episode. My name's DaVinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5 staying alive here in Dubai. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are enjoying the day, enjoying Bitcoin, whether it's up, whether it's down, it doesn't really matter. Bitcoin is going to be the money, and man, it's going to change the world in ways you cannot even fathom. We're going to talk about some of those ways in today's episode, along with the news, and also showing you how to trade a little bit on the in the market, right? Both on Bitcoin and Ethereum today. And if you're interested in doing so, you could do so at bybit.davincij15.com or okx.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below. Make sure you head over there and open up an account. Buy some crypto because it is going to be the money. You don't want to be missing out on this. You are going to miss a huge opportunity if you are not in this space. Period. So make sure you do. Okay, it's really simple. Just head over to those exchanges. Links are in the description below. Okay, let's head on to the first news article of today. Seattle crypto exchange Bittrex closes U.S. operations. Yeah, well, Bittrex has been started kicking out Americans out of their Bittrex Global, and then they did have a Bittrex U.S., but now that's closed, and there's no more Bittrex in the United States. Their volume has dropped off significantly. I don't know what they're doing there. In Bittrex, they have been pretty brutal. They kicked me out of the exchange, but then, of course, I have multiple passports, so I ended up getting back in there under a different passport. And so, yeah, you should definitely get multiple passports, by the way, if you've got the money, of course, because it is quite expensive. Don't be going out buying some stupid rollie. Right? Get a passport first, a second passport first. That is worth more than your AP watch or whatever nonsense car or that you think you want. The passport is more important because then it gives you a little bit more freedom and flexibility with the current regulation regime. And if you're saying, well, I don't need a passport, I've got a good one here. Yeah, it's good now. Right? It's good now. Right? I know I'm going into the passport thing here, but it's good now. But when there's disruptions, governments fighting over each other, and or regulations that are like pretty bad in your area, it's not so good, right? Just like in Canada, they try to take it away from anybody who donated. So, just an example. Don't want to have any of that happening to you. So, all right. So let's move on here. Crypto crackdown will continue, but innovations can survive. Oof. It's safe to say that the crypto space is in the middle of a crackdown, with the Commodities and Futures Commission joining with the Securities and Exchange Commission by suing both Binance and CEO Chang Zhao, that's CZ, on multiple counts. Advocacies and trade groups have rightfully so expressed ongoing outrage, disappointment, and general discontent with the current state of crypto regulations in the United States. This reaction is understandable, but will absolutely not do anything to deter what seems to be a determined effort by regulators such as Gary Gensler to single-handedly enforce rules via avalanche of enforcement actions and court cases. Yes, they're coming after Bitcoin. They're coming after crypto. Did you expect anything less? I mean, okay. Think about this, right? You're running a business, right? And the next door neighbor is doing a better job, doing the same business as you, but doing a better job, right? And you have access to the politicians, right? And the government to make his life harder. I think you might use that. Yeah, you'll definitely do that, right? So it's gonna happen, right? But unfortunately, Bitcoin is not a person. It's just a protocol, just a thing that exists. There's nobody to shoot. There's nobody to say, well, you're going to jail, buddy, right? If you don't follow these rules that are not possible for you to follow. So yeah, you are they are at wit's end, and they can only attack other crypto businesses directly, and that's what they are doing. So we are at this point. Speaking about attacks on crypto businesses, a trio of Canadian crypto exchanges confirmed plans to merge. Canadian crypto exchanges WonderFi, CoinSquare, and CoinSmart have revealed plans to merge, creating what would be one of the world's largest crypto trading platforms. So obviously, these companies here are merging because all the regulations are difficult to for one small company to manage. You can't deal with complex regulation with your limited resources. I'm just noticed that shares of Kevin O'Reilly's WonderFi has surged 50% following the announcement. Oof. Yes. If Kevin O'Reilly is involved in exchange, you might want to reconsider using it. Because remember the last time he was supporting an exchange? I don't know. You heard of the last exchange he was supporting? It was called FTX. Yeah, you might want to run. That guy is not good news at all. Do not support somebody like that by using his exchange. Use some other exchange. I'm sure there's plenty of exchanges out there. And remember, right? Notice how Canada has three big exchanges, and they have a lot more. In your local area, there's going to be an exchange. Find out what it is, and then you'll be able to buy and sell crypto really rapidly. In Chile, it is Buddha. Buddha is one of the main exchanges where you could instantly move cash back and forth from the exchange in the same day within an hour. Within an hour! Back and forth inside the exchange and out, and also buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and many other cryptocurrencies. So yeah, if you're interested in subscribing to Buddha, there's links in the description, so you can actually get some percentage off of your trade. So make sure you check that out in below if you're interested in. If you live in South America, anywhere in South America, Buddha is supported. So alrighty. Let's head over to the next article. This is an interesting one. I'm going to go off on a little bit of a rant here. Move aside, crypto. AI could be the next climate disaster. Ooh, okay. Dong. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom this a little bit. Sorry again. I'm going to have to basically make some changes so that you guys could all see this properly. Coming age of power, AI chatbots may very well reshape the world in radical and unforeseen ways, but it could do so in an immense environmental cost. A new report released today by Stanford Institute for Human-Centered Artificial Intelligence estimated that the amount of energy needed to train an AI models like OpenAI ChatGPT 3, or just GPT-3, which powered the world's famous ChatGPT, could power an average American home for hundreds of years. Of the three AI models reviewed in the research, OpenAI's system was by far the most energy hungry. Okay, this is super annoying. We build things to survive, to improve our lives, to make it better. right? To make us advance ahead. You see, that's what we do, right? just just notice that, right? That particular trend. And whilst you might not agree with the direction, right? The only thing that really matters is people willing to pay, whether you agree with that direction or not. And if people are willing to pay, then it's valuable. Simple, right? So you could complain about it. You can complain about it. You can. But this is the reality. Try to understand. We need a technology advancements in order to improve our lives. Get it? So it's going to use energy. That's just the way it is. And just so you know that energy is everywhere, yes, we're currently using fossil fuels. We don't need to. We don't need to, by the way. We just happen to make it's easier right now to use fossil fuels than anything else. The energy is everywhere. Everywhere. We just don't know how to convert it into a usable form for free or for less than how much we would actually take the conversion process for. So once we have a way of converting energy somewhere, all the energy that's everywhere, I mean, when I mean everywhere, right? Take a look at the ocean, right? Take a look at the sun. Take a look at the heat of the planet. Take a look at the vibration of the planet. There's energy even neutrinos coming down from the solar system. That is also energy. So we just need to figure out how to collect that and convert it into usable form. That's all that was required. And that's where technology comes in. Get it? And one day, energy will be free, and we won't have to listen to this nonsense. Oh boy, it just annoys me. Annoys me when people talk about this stuff. Okay, so let's move on to, all right, a dramatic impact. Pentagon told Bitcoin could prevent war. Ooh, really? You think so? Who's saying this, and what are they saying? Well, the U.S. President Joe Biden issued a crypto executive order last year. Wow, kick off what some in the Bitcoin crypto community fear was the beginning of a secret war on crypto industry. Secret? Government, that's an oxymoron. Government secrets. Oh boy. Okay. Or government intelligence. Oh boy. Well, anyways. Now, the U.S. Space Force major has called on the Pentagon to mine Bitcoin instead of going to war, arguing the competition for Bitcoin dominance in the cyberspace will be how future conflicts are settled. Interesting. Interesting thought pattern. I would like him to expand on that. If there's anyone who I'm going to read through the rest of this, but if he doesn't expand on this theory. But anyways, the point is right. Yes, I do agree with that, and I believe that that once you have real money and fair and honest money, right? So, for example, the only way the United States can go to war right now is the fact that they can print money and you don't see the cost of it until inflation kicks in and your price of milk, gas, and everything else goes up. You don't notice that that's the cost that you're paying for the war. Now imagine if the government says, okay, we're going to have to go to war now with Iran, and here's your bill. You know what you'd say? You'd say, read between the lines. We ain't going to war. And so when you have Bitcoin as money, right, they have to tax you directly. They can't print money. They can't print the Bitcoin. So if they have to tax you directly, that means they have to say, Joe, can you give me some money so we can go fight over there? And you'd be like, yeah, I don't like that idea. And you're not going to give it, right? It's just the majority of humans are. So, whilst the people at the top, they think a little differently. They want to go to fight different wars that we don't agree with, and we can't stop them. So, but we can stop them if they're asking them for the money, and we'll definitely stop them unless it's for obviously because we're life or death, right? If they're attacking us directly, we will defend ourselves, and that's proper. But they won't be able to do that if they have no money. So make sure you got some Bitcoin, right? Because the Pentagon sees the logic of it. I don't know if they'll actually do the mining of Bitcoin, but they will get the picture very soon. They don't really need to mine Bitcoin anyways. Because they have the dollar, and you can say, well, they'll just buy up all the Bitcoin. It doesn't work that way because the Bitcoin's not all for sale. But what they can do is they can say, hey, listen, we know you have Bitcoin in the exchange. Can you here, we can give you some dollars and we'll just take a hold of that, right? We'll just write that into law that you can't really withdraw that out of the exchange, but you can withdraw dollars. So that's how they roll, right? They don't need to mine Bitcoin at all. All right. With that said, let's go on to trading. See what we can do on the charts. There's a little bit of delay here because my new computer and stuff like that. But here we are. If you're interested in trading, make sure you head over to bybit.davincij15.com or okx.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below. We have a short here. Remember from yesterday, yes, you took a little heat, and then now we just dumped right back down. Yes, it looked like you were like, yeah, wow, ooh, yeah, and no. Oh, damn, Da Vinci, you right. Nope, denied. So we basically the candle bodies would bounce off of this trend line. Yeah, this is pretty annoying me, right? If this trend line is gonna hold, right, Bitcoin will probably break out if it continues to hold like this, because that means there's just as much as there are sellers here, there are buyers down here. And so if the buyers keep raising what they're doing is they're raising their ability to buy every single time as this trend line moves. And so if that happens, if that continues to happen, the two, both the sellers and the buyers will meet sometime soon. And then it's whoever's the strongest, right? Who's going to be the strongest, right? The two trend lines here, basically. So we have to accept. Okay, let me just add that there's two key fighters here, right? One is the buyers down here and the sellers up here, and they have decided to fight it out heavily, and they haven't decided who's king yet. And so once that happens, right, which you can see, the apex is approximately the April 6th, Thursday or something like that. That's very shortly. So we will see some sort of fireworks coming soon. I would like to see this Bollinger Band tighten a bit. Let's see here. How about on the hourly? Is it tightening? Not really. Yeah, it is a little bit. This is tightening. On the daily, are we seeing some tightening? On the hour, on the daily, we're closing the gap here. So if we can see this tighten up, a decision will be made And so let's go down to the 4 hour. So we can walk away from these trades here, these short-term trades, because it's now getting the range is getting shorter and shorter. So we can say, okay, well, let's just say from this top of the range. Unfortunately, yes, it's going to be scary. This top of the range is where we can see Bitcoin break out and break higher, and the bottom of the range. Oh, brutal how they did this. I'm wondering if this would probably be the bottom of the range, unfortunately, but because of because of this wick, it is brutal. But this is where you would have to like say, okay, well, we break this and we're heading down to the 25K area with the next support, which is 25 something. It's a big range, right? Unfortunately, but hey, you know what? This is how Bitcoin rolls. They are created in these massive range. They're not going to make the trading for you very easily at all, so that you can walk in a park, make money. No. So if you want, you could always reduce those ranges, but at your own detriment, right down here and down here. So look out for that. They might wipe you out in either way. So we might come down here and then pump back up, or come up here and then dump back down. That's just the way Bitcoin rolls. You're gonna have to accept it if you're going to reduce the range level. So walk away from this trade if you're in it, because we're stuck in this range, and we're not actually going to break away, break out, or break down. Looked like we were breaking down, but we didn't do it. So you have to walk away. Okay. As you know, I am the ambassador of Fitburn, and they have created another official partnership. They have lots of partnerships with many gyms and many different products. So make sure that you be a part of this huge thing, this huge play to earn. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to do this over again. As you know, I'm part of Fitburn, and they are have many different partnerships. They've now partnered with Polar. It's basically they are a heart monitoring system, and they have a watch and so forth. And yeah, their systems work with with the Fitburn software. So make sure you are part of it, because Fitburn Play to Earn is going to be one of those big games that you have fun with and make some money. Okay, let's head over to Ethereum. Man, Ethereum's made a real mess. It can't decide either. Again, we've hit the top of the range here, right here. Oh, this is a mess here. Okay, so let me just take off the magnet. So again, we've hit the top of the support level. Really, you see, this is really the resistance level. Right here, where this green line is, not this red one. Then let me just eliminate that, because you can see the candle bodies just keep, like, most of the time stay below that, and so this is approximate the real resistance that Ethereum just can't seem to break above. When it does, it just seems to fail back down, and so the sellers are just heavily pushing Ethereum down, but it seems to hold, just like Bitcoin is holding, and there isn't quite a clear range. It looks like it's a sideways range, not exactly. Right here we have a sideways range, and it is not any kind of wedge pattern. So we're stuck in this range, and we can't seem to decide where we're going to go. Are we going to break free? And where do we know we're going to break free? Well, basically at the top of the range here, right here. We have to break that, and we have to break the bottom of the range here. We have to break down below here, which is, and let me just mention the prices here for those who cannot see it. So basically, Ethereum has to break above 1845 or break below 1762 for us to really see any kind of price movement action in one direction, one trend down or a trend up. That's just the way the ball bounces. That's what we're stuck in. We have to accept that and trade accordingly. Okay, and if we're going to trade, right, make sure you head over to bybit.davincij15.com or okx.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below where you can earn a $30,000 trading bonus. Okay, thank you all for watching. It's been fun. You know what? I love my rants, my news rants. I hope you did too. I hope you hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.